date was September 3rd, 2006. The time was around 12 o'clock at night. While most of you were sleeping in your home sweet bed, I was still driving a car with some of my friends at the back seats along the riverside Phnom Penh. It was not a sightseeing driving. In fact, it was a warm-up exercise before we got into a serious fight with a group of teenagers with whom we had just had liquor talking argument. While waiting for more friends to come to help, we, with no less than 10-can amount of beers in each of us, were very ready to fight, like a man or like a drunkard. As we get closer to the shop, the fight really broke out as planned, yet much sooner than expected. Because I was the one who drove the car, I could see what was going on exactly and distinctly at the moment. Closer we got into the shop, the more teens at our age were coming out. And suddenly I sensed the dangers as two people was walking straight to my car, and suddenly I heard bang! Hot blood was pouring out from my leg, and I almost fainted in the car that I drove because I was shot at my right leg. And that's how my gangster life ended. And that's the bullet that changed my life forever, as you can see. However, today, I'm not going to talk about my gangster life or brag about it, that I'm a gangster. Instead, I would like to talk about inspiring education, the kind of education that you ask why, not how and what. Now, how many of you here are students? Can you raise your hand, students? You don't need to answer my question. Now, why do you go to school? Why? Why do you go to school? And why do you learn what you are learning? Why do you learn what you are learning? Why do you go to school? Why do you learn what you are learning? Please think about it, and I believe this topic is going to affect you a lot, okay? There are many definitions of education that I know, but in order to make things less complicated, when I use the word education in my speech, I simply refer to the act or process of teaching somebody something new. The act or process of teaching somebody something new, okay? Usually, when we want to teach somebody, we follow this formula. We follow this, all of us. We tell them what to do, okay? Do this, this is what to do. And then we tell them how to do it, or teach them how to do it. Last, but probably least, we tell them why to do it. But usually in my observation, the why part is the least mentioned. Now the question is, do you think that this teaching approach is effective enough? You don't need to answer, okay? Keep it to yourself. In my own observation, it's not, or it's the least inspiring method, because it makes education boring. It makes it boring and uninspiring at all, okay? Let me give you an obvious example. I have talked to a lot of people about TEDxPhnomPenh because I'm the speaker, so I'm very proud. I tell them, come and see me, but today I don't see most of them here. One of the reasons behind this is that they don't know why they should be here, even though they know what TEDxPhnomPenh is all about and how to come here. Am I right? Now, how many of you know why you're here? Why are you here? Why? For those who know why, I believe you must be happy sitting here and learning. For those who don't, I'm sorry, you must be bored. Some of you are thinking, why am I here? You know? Am I right? Because some of you are laughing. I believe we as educators, if we want to teach somebody, we need to inspire them first so that they can inspire us back with their work. If they're not inspired, they cannot do it at all. And they need to know the reasons behind anything that they do well before they can do it. My father taught me this. By nature, I hate machines. I'm not good at machines, okay? I'm not good at it at all. I hate it by nature. In high school, I got the lowest grade in physics. But 5 years ago, my dad changed my belief, and he talked about why, not how. even though he was good at fixing things. He said this, "Kid, I know you hate machine. I know you're not good at it. But have you ever thought about this? Soon, you're going to get married. You're going to have children. And as a man, you cannot depend on your children and wife to do all the fixing things. You have to do it. Guess what? Even though I don't know it now, I'm able to fix so many things that I couldn't do before. Because I feel the inspiration. And as a man, I need to learn about it." A lot of teenagers or students nowadays, they go to school with this question. Why do I go to school? The question that I ask you, and most of them, I'm sure you don't know the reason. Or maybe you know the reason they're not strong enough, okay? Some of them go to school with this question, but they don't have anyone to tell them why, but usually they have people to tell them how and what. I have worked, I'm a teacher, and I have worked with many struggling and troubling students, and most of them, their reason are, other people are doing it, so I'm going too. Other people are doing it. My parents force me. I don't want to go, but they force me. I have to go. This is their reason. The last one, I want a degree. I want a paper. This is very famous in Cambodia. Some of them try to get 2 or 3 pieces of degree. And another one is to get a job. I want a job. I want to work. I want to get money. But to me, this is not inspiring at all. And I used to live in them. In high school, every day that I go to school, I ask this question. On the left side, as you can see, these are the reasons like books, teacher, nasty one, assignments, okay? And these are the reasons that told by my parents and teachers. On the right side here, you see, drink, girls, nightclub. Now I ask you, which one will you follow? The right or the left? The right, right? Me too. I follow the right. That is why I fell deeply into my friend's education, even though I know it was bad. But I followed them because it was full of inspiration. It was damn convincing, you know. You should follow them. So I followed them. I plunged deeply into their education, got trapped in gang group for around 2 years, and finally got shot. Okay? Finally got shot. But after I recovered from my injury, I did something, to me, inspiring, okay? I asked myself the question that changed my life. And I found the reasons. And let me show you how different the reason that I had for schooling became, okay? Instead of going to school to become another student, I went to school to become an honor student. I told myself I have to become an honor student, not just another student. Instead of going to school, because my parents forces me to, I went to school to make them proud. I wanted to make them proud. And instead of going to school to get a job, I wanted to become the boss. I want to be the CEO when I graduate. And instead of going to school just to get knowledge for the sake of knowledge, I told myself that I have to learn. And with my knowledge, one day I can change the world, like I'm trying to do now. Okay? You know, something different emerged, and it's amazing. And if this is not clear enough, I show you another reason. In 2004, I finished high school. Okay, I finished high school in 2004. I took IT major in 2005, IT. I did this without any passion at all. Like I told you, I hate machines. But I did this because my brother told me to, and I was convinced by his idea. But for 1 year, I didn't like it. I didn't love it. So I quit. When the learning got tough, I just quit. But in 2005, I started to search my soul, something deep here. And I got into IFL because I know I'm good at talking. You know, I like talking. So I just go to IFL, and at that time I was good in English, and I went to IFL. IFL is one of the toughest universities in Cambodia, okay, in Cambodia. And I went there, I did something amazing. In 2005, I walked into IFL as a gangster, just a gangster. I could barely walk at that time, okay? But when I finished, I was one of the best. They chose me as a valedictorian. I walked in as a gangster, I walked out as a valedictorian. And this is something amazing that we should think about. I would like to add some words of wisdom from Sir Ken Robinson. In the agenda, you guys will watch the video soon. Sir Ken Robinson said this, and his TED Talk, he received like 10 million views, okay? Even on YouTube, many views. And he said, we have built our educational system based on the model of fast food, where everything is standardized. I agree. If you observe in the life of many students, they're just following each other. They have no idea what they're doing for education or with education. And worse than that, we parents, sister, brother, educator, teacher, we reinforce it. We talk about how and what rather than why. We don't tell them why to go to school. Sir Ken Robinson said this, education should be and must be customized and personalized to individual circumstances. Everyone should feel it. I agree to his point. And to customize education, we need to talk about why. Why should be and must be focused and emphasized, okay? Not how and what. I'm so passionate about why that I recently just created a program called Outstanding Student Network, which aims to develop students who have similar history to me to become an outstanding student. And one of the things that I have done for them is ask them to discover their passion for learning. Not just go to school for the sake of going, but passion. Why are we going to school? Why? Now let me share out to you, especially students, for those who are thinking, what should I do with my education? You should ask this question, especially when you want to enroll to a new course or select a new major. What do you love to do the most? What do you love to do? All of us must not do everything, but we should do everything that we love to do. All of us must not study everything. We should still study everything that we love to study. You know why? Okay, I asked why, so I tell you why. When you study something that you love, you will love to study it. And when it got tough, you don't quit. I quit. I didn't have passion for it. But when I got into IFL, it was strict, it was tough, but I moved on. The second question is, what do I do best? If you watch Chinese movie, you would know there are many gods, right? Even God, there are many gods, and each god is good in only one area, not all. There's no all God, okay? Only one. Like they're good with water, they're good with fire, they're good with earth. So why are we trying to be good in everything? We're not God. We should not be good in everything, but something that we do, we must be the best in it. And you know why you should study something that you know best? If you do that, you are one step ahead of the game. When I went to IFL, I knew I was good in English. I knew I was good in talking. So I just go to make something that I'm good to become better. I'm not trying to make something that I'm bad to become good, okay? Something that I'm good to become better. In case you don't get anything from my presentation, just in case, okay? I want you to go back home. Before you do anything, ask this question. Why are you doing it? Why? Some of you care so much about how. How should I do this? How should I do that? Don't care about it. When you know why, the how will come to you automatically. The how will come to you automatically. And when you know why, you will have the inspiration. You will have the power to do the greatest in education. Thank you.